We are from
Good
Eli
morning, ma'am.
of Pharmacy,
Welcome to
and here we are talking about the topic Target GPAT or NIPER 2021. So here we have with us Dr. Rajendra Patil sir, who have qualified GATE in 2006 with 95 percentile score. He has conducted more than 500 lectures throughout the India, and he has guided students for preparation of NIPER, BATES, Manipal, and GPAT. He has written more than 16 books for pharmacy students and one book for pharma entrance examination. So here from last 20 years, Sir is guiding pharma students for various competitive exams. So here we will start with the Sir, and the other information about the institute and all we will discuss at the end. Over to you, Sir. I'm making you your host.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Now this
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
you can share the screen and start our session.
Are you visible to screen, ma'am? Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes, sir.
Good morning, one and all. I, Dr. Rajendra B. Patil, today will discuss how to prepare for GPAT. Dear student, you know GPAT is Graduate Pharmacy Aptitude Test, which is conducted by NTA, that is a National Testing Agency. So what is the eligibility criteria? The persons holding bachelor's degree in pharmacy and appearing in the final year examination of the V Pharmacy. So there are total 125 MCQs for 3 hours. Each question will carry 4 marks. So 0 marks for the no attempts, 1 marks will be deducted for each wrong answers. So what is the importance of GPAT? If you will qualify the GPAT, first of all, you will get the stipend rupees 12,800 rupees. And after that, you will eligible for the admission in the master courses in the pharmacy, that is M-Pharma, M-Tech, Pharma MBA. After that, you are also, if you are GPAT qualified, you are also eligible for the NIPER. If you don't GPAT qualify, you are not eligible for the NIPER. First of all, I would like to clear this point, because most of the students, they don't know that if when they will qualify the GPAT as well as GATE BioTech, then and then they will eligible for the NIPER. Now, so there is always a question in the student's mind. There will be confusion how to start study, what to reinforce, what points to be covered in the preparation of the GPAT, what is the more important, and then how to prepare, how to solve the papers. So dear student, I'll discuss today how to start. First of all, you just go through the syllabus. You know the whatever NTA has given that syllabus. First of all, you just refer the syllabus, and for that referring the syllabus, there are a number of books. We will see that subject is. So first, that is the fundamental and basic concepts. Then after that, there are many more books. Piyush publication, then Muhammad Ali, then GPAT a companion and GATE a companion by Inamdar Career publication. At a glance, Pharma entrance examination by TechMax publication previously. Now it is a Techneo publication by me, by itself me. So now after that, so GPAT and GATE and other pharmacy competitive entrance examinations. So you have to understand, and there is a logic behind the answers, and there are many more questions are logical. So sometimes the question will be repeated. Then start from the basic concepts, basic chapters. Then like general pharmacology, general pharmacognosy that I'll discuss. Refer 2 or 3 books. You have to refer only standard books. See, nowadays what students are doing, they're referring small books like a TechMax, TechNeo and others books they are referring, which are by university oriented. Some students are studied only by university oriented. The student, you have to, if you want to success or excel in the JPAT, you have to always go by knowledge oriented. So if you will go by that knowledge oriented, then you will excel in the JPAT. Then there are some, you have to note down the more probable concepts, definitions. Then there are some units, dimensions, theories, formulae, etc. Then you have to solve more and more problems as possible. So you have to use a different tricks, self-assessment until getting a very good score. Solve more and more problems, discover more and more new. How to remember, that is called mnemonics, that will share today itself, how to remember. If you no study, no problem. See, there is a concept of other students. Oh, if they will no study, there will be no problems. Less study, more problems. More study, few problems. So if you study well yourself, then you don't have any problem. Definitely you will get that confidence and you will qualify GPAT. Not only you will qualify GPAT, you can crack any type of pharmacy entrance examination. So now, first of all, GPAT syllabus. So whatever I conducted my lectures throughout India, whenever I'm taking the lectures, at that time I'm asking the students how many subjects are in the GPAT syllabus. So students are saying there are 10 subjects. Some students are saying 15 subjects. My dear students, GPAT syllabus is mainly categorized, mainly divided into 4 subjects. So first, pharmaceutics. Second, pharmaceutical chemistry. Third, pharmacology. And fourth is pharmacognosy. So mainly GPAT syllabus is divided into 4 parts. Now we will discuss to arise how you will go for pharmaceutics. So there will be confusion. Again, whenever I'm asking the question to student, how you will start your study for the pharmaceutics? So students are saying, sir, we will start from the tablet. Some are saying capsule. Others are saying aerosol. This is not a way to directly jump on tablet coating, capsule, and aerosols. Right? So first of all, you have to go through the basic subjects. First subject, that is a MDP, modern dispensing pharmacy. Now, in modern dispensing pharmacy, you will refer for modern dispensing pharmacy is very important. Modern dispensing pharmacy by A.P. Pawar, Ben Gowd. So these books you can refer. In the modern dispensing pharmacy, you have to emphasis on the chapters like a posology. Posology is a branch of science which deal with the study of a dose of a drug. So in the posology, you have to emphasis on mainly there are some formulas. How you will calculate a dose of a child. What are the formulas? For example, Young's formula. What is Young's formula? Young's formula, aging years divided by age plus 12 into adult dose. So question will be asked, which is the correct formula for Young's? And there will be different options. So at that time, you have to select the correct option. In the posology, again, you have to make a chart that whatever that formula, right from the Young's formula, their Dilling's, Calling, then others formulas are there, Bastido's formula, then some formulas which are based on the body surface area, that you have to study. After that, then there are some pharmaceutical calculations. You have to study that pharmaceutical calculations by Remington's of Pharmaceutical Science, which is a standard book. So you can go through the RPS, that is the Remington of Pharmaceutical Science, which is a good book for the pharmaceutical calculations. So in the pharmaceutical calculations, you have to study mainly that whatever I told you, that is a posology part, then allegation methods, then isotonicity. Now here isotonicity, there is one question. What is the percent isotonicity of dextrose? Options are A, 0.9%, B, 5%, C, 1.72%, D, 1.57%. Now here students, what students are doing, they are directly click the B option, right? So that is a 5%. My question is why it is a 5%? What about others? Student directly going for options. That is not a right way to go for the JPAT. So your correct answer is, what is the percent isotonicity of dextrose? That is a, no doubt, it's a 5% correct answer. If you will go for, but what about others? 0.9% is for sodium chloride. 1.72% is for boric acid, that is H3BO3, and remaining, that is a 1.57% is for potassium nitrate. So the student, this is the right way to go for the GIST study, right? So don't directly jump the answers, then you can, you're going for the section and their answers. No, this is not a way to go for the study. This is just one example I have given to you. So in this way, you have to study that, a calculation part, then proof spirit, London spirit, that their calculations. Then up in modern dispensing pharmacy, there is a
Rajendra sir, you are there. I think video had stopped.
yes, yes, ma'am. Yes. Here only the host can share this meeting.
No,
Ma'am,
no.
please.
I will again, your host. Then
Is
again
there
you can. Yeah.
is there some problem, ma'am? Please.
No, 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 no. There is no problem. Again, you can share the screen. I have made you host.
Okay, ma'am. Yes. Now screen is visible, ma'am. Hello.
Yes, yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes.
So yes, okay, thank you, ma'am. We were discussing regarding the modern dispensing pharmacy. So modern dispensing pharmacy, you can study by this way. Okay, so I told you the name of book, there, Akmaram Pawar, and God, sir, book. So this book, then RPS, that is the Remington of Pharmaceutical Science. So when you are preparing the GPAT, at that time you refer only standard books. Next is a pharmaceutical engineering. Then pharmaceutical engineering, you can go through the Badger, that is a reference book. You can go through the Lackman and Lieberman. Pharmaceutical engineering by Subramaniam. This is also a good book. So in the pharmaceutical engineering, there are many more chapters. So first is the drying. You have to go through the dye. What are the different types of the dye? What are the application of different types of the dye? Then which dye is useful for the storage of that granules? So there will be certain options. Next is comminution. Comminution is nothing but size reduction. So again, size reduction, there are different types of the meal. So question, then different types of the meal. Then there is a mechanism of that meal, uses of that meal, advantage of that meal, right? So you have to make a questions. You have to go through the charts. There are 10 meals, and they're used for, suitable for, not suitable for. So go through the chart and get information. So next is in this way, so pharmaceutical engineering, you can go through chapters, right? This is a physical pharmacy. If you see the GP paper, always 3 to 4 questions on the physical pharmacy. You go through the physical pharmacy by a good book, that is a Martin. You can also refer the CS Subramanian.
Sir,
So in the physical pharmacy, there are. Hello.
Sorry
Hello?
to disturb you, sir. I think your speed is more. That's why the voice is breaking.
Physical pharmacy. So in the physical pharmacy by Martin, you can refer the Subramaniam also. So in the physical pharmacy, the important chapter you have to focus on that. That is the EMM, micromeritics. Then that is a kinetic. Are the important chapter for the physical pharmacy. There are many more chapters, but due to the lack of time, we have to just go fastly, right? Then rate and kinetic reaction problems. That is the types of reaction: zero order, first order kinetics, right? Then different types of the surfactant. That is the interfacial phenomenon. Question always will be there for the interfacial phenomenon. Rheology. rheology. So you go through the physical pharmacy from this 4 chapter: rheology, micromeritics, then kinetic, chemical kinetics, right? And then colloids. These are the important chapters as a GPAT point of view from the physical pharmacy. Always there will be questions, particularly in the these chapters in the physical pharmacy. Next part, that is pharmaceutics. Now, obviously, students, those who are in the final year, they are obviously studying the tablet, capsule, tablet dissolution apparatus, the defects, then coating defects, capsule, types of the capsules, then micro encapsulation, aerosol, parenteral. That is a parenteral. You just go through the introductory part of parenteral through Ansel book. That is a nice book for that. Then evaluation of parenteral, you go through the Remington of pharmaceutical science. Then other books are there for the parenteral. You can refer also Lachman and Lieberman, right? So you have to focus. You are already studied, obviously, because you are in the final year. Tablet coating, you are studying, but you don't have studied that physical pharmacy. When you were in the final first year, second year, at that time you have studied. So you have to revise that. Right? This is very important part. So then Ansel, Banker, Remington, BM Mittal, Gupta and Bajaj, then Piyush publication, and all charts from the Lachman Lieberman. The charts, if you will do that charts, they are more than enough. Right? So that is from the pharmaceutics, pharmaceutics, that is a dosage from technology. Mainly you have to focus on tablet coating, capsule, aerosol, and parenteral. Next part is biopharmaceutics. So standard books for biopharmaceutics by Brahmankar, Jaiswal Brahmankar, Leon Scherzen, right? And there's in the Leon Scherzen, if you will see, there are some charts they have given. Then some NDDS by Jain, NK Jain. That is also good book for the biopharmaceutics. So you have to go through the certain absorption chapter, excretion, protein binding, right? And their calculation, volume of VD, volume of distribution, their types, absolute volume of distribution, right? So that is the calculation part from the biopharmaceutics is also very important. Next is pharmaceutical jurisprudence. No, pharmaceutical jurisprudence, when the pharmaceutical jurisprudence, that is jurisprudence by Uchekar sir and BM Mittal. These two books are good book for the pharmaceutical jurisprudence. From the pharmaceutical jurisprudence, you go through the schedule, and then there are some cosmetics, Drug and Pharmacy Act, right? So next subject is microbiology. In microbiology, you can refer Naran, Anant Narayan, Tortora, right? So most of the students, they don't know about the Tortora. Pictorial representation is nicely mentioned in the Tortora. Guyton and Hall, you can refer for the microbiology. So there will be always 2 or 3 questions for the microbiology. Jurisprudence, you have to by heart your schedules. You must know each and every schedule, right? So there will be always questions in the schedule. Clinical pharmacy, in the drug-drug interaction, question will be there. The clinical pharmacy is a nice book. Adverse drug reaction from the clinical pharmacy. Then biotechnology. Satyanarayan is a good book for the biotechnology PCR technique. So that's it. This is from the pharmaceutics. Now next subject is pharmaceutical chemistry. Dear student, this is a very important subject, pharmaceutical chemistry. When you are preparing for the pharmaceutical chemistry, you just go through the basics. First is a PIC, already you have studied in the first semester or second semester. So you just go through that pharmaceutical inorganic chemistry, different charts. Next is pharmaceutical analysis. So for the pharmaceutical analysis, again here, PA1, PA2, these are the subjects. You go through these subjects, titration, acid-base titration, oxidation reduction titration, gravimetric titration. You just go through the different types of the indicators. That is also very important. For the pharmaceutical analysis, so if we want to study the chromatography part, for the chromatography only, you refer SCOOG. If you want to go for the spectroscopy, for the spectroscopy, Pavia is the best book. KMP is also one of the good book for the spectroscopy. Now, if you don't understand the language of the, that Pavia, so there is one book, Y.R. Sharma, best book for the spectroscopy. So you can refer the Y.R. Sharma also. Then there is a Chatwal and SCOOG. These are the good book for the chromatography. Then there is also Villard for the chromatography. You can refer Remington also. But for the spectroscopy point of view, Pavia is a good book, but language is a difficult. So better you go through the Wire Sharma, right? So in the that analysis part, you have to focus on chromatography. You have to focus on spectroscopy, their instrument. So in the chromatography, what are the instrumentation, their sources, detectors, application? You then that sources, that part is made up from. So question will be asked from that. Then there is a Woodward-Feisel rule. Calculation will be asked on that. Question 1 or 2 question will be asked on that, right? So next part is a biochemistry. So biochemistry, now there is a problem. Those students who are belonging to the PCI syllabus, so they will face some problems for the preparing the GPAT. So my personal suggestion for that student, don't refer your PCI syllabus for the GPAT. You go through the GPAT syllabus, because in that there is no hormones, there is no other parts of that, vitamins is not that much there. So biochemistry, for the biochemistry, you can refer the Satyanarayan is a good book, then Leininger. So these are the good book. DAPE is also one of the, AC DAPE is also one of the good book. So in the biochemistry, vitamin, the structures, uses, deficiency, so that is very important. Then hormones, right? So enzymes, there are other important parts from the biochemistry you have to study. Now next is the organic chemistry. Most of the students are afraid into this subject, but my dear student, so organic chemistry is very easy. So you just go through the basics. Once your basic concepts are clear now, so you don't have any problem for the organic chemistry. Organic chemistry, you have to go through the Sanyal, and other books are there for the rearrangement. That is the rearrangement and reactions. These are the refer from the Sanyal. Then for the organic chemistry, you can refer Sachin Kumar Ghosh. The standard book for organic chemistry, Morrison and Boyd, well-known book. So first 4 chapters you go through the Morrison Boyd, right? So basic part. Then in the organic chemistry is again divided, basic organic chemistry, right? Then heterocyclic chemistry. Heterocyclics are very important. I would like to say that heterocyclics are the heart of medicinal chemistry. Without that, you can survive in the structures of the drugs. All right. Next part is the medicinal chemistry. As I told you, whenever most of the colleges are teaching the medicinal chemistry, they are directly jump on the structures, and students are unable to draw the structures. Students are facing to drawing the structures. So my personal suggestion, you go through the basic concepts. If once your basic heterocycles are clear, you don't have any problem. Most of the students, they are mug up the structures. Don't mug up the structures. So we have, dear student, how we will conduct the medicinal chemistry lectures. We have some important techniques, how to draw the structures. Once whenever I'll tell you the structures, you never forget it. If I draw the 1 structures, on the basis of 1 structures, you will get the 10 structures free. So in this way, we will go for the medicinal chemistry. We have the number of techniques to remember the structures of the medicinal chemistry. So in that, how to draw the structures, classification, SAR and mode of action, how you will remember the starting materials. We will provide charts in the medicinal chemistry, what are the starting material for the different drugs. So whenever you are going for the synthesis, you can go by retrosynthesis, right? So for the medicinal chemistry, standard books are Wilson and Gisour. You just go through the Wilson, Gisour, Foes. These are the standard books for the medicinal chemistry. Next subject is the pharmacology. So most of the students' favorite subject is the pharmacology. Now pharmacology is again categorized into HAP. So already you're studying the first semester, second semester. Before that, you already studied in the 12th standard. So you just go through the Rawson Wilson, Guyton and Hall, then Totora. These are the reference book for the HAP. There is one more book, HAP by Raul Fatesar, right? So pathophysiology, that is Vevare and Harsh Mohan. That is a good book for the pathophysiology. Now, next part is the pharmacology. Now, this is very, very important part. So in the pharmacology, again, when I'm conducting the lectures, at that time I'm asking the students how you will go for the pharmacology. What students are telling me, they are directly jump on again ANS, CNS, CVS. Dear student, this is not a right way to directly jump on the ANS. CNS and other CVS part and chemotherapy. First of all, your basic concept should be clear. So you just go through the general pharmacology. In the general pharmacology, first part is the roots of drug administration. So one question I would like to tell in the roots of drug administration in the general pharmacology, which drug is administered sublingually in the treatment of angina pectoris? Option A, propranolol, B, GTN, C, nifedipine, D, nicorandil. So here there will be confusion in the student's mind because all the drugs are anti-anginal. But our question is, which drug is administered sublingually and used in the treatment of AP, that is angina pectoris? So your correct answer is here GTN. Again, question is arise, why GTN? What is GTN? Glycerotrienitrate. What is another name of GTN? Nitroglycerin. Whenever you are studying the pharmacology, at the same time you have to study medicinal chemistry also. That is a smart study. So a student, you know, if you are preparing for the GPAT, you have to go by smart way as well as you have to take the hard work. Then and then you will excel in the GPAT. So again, why nitroglycerin? What do you know about propranolol? Then propranolol is a non-selective beta. Here, what are the uses of propranolol? Most students, they don't know about the uses of propranolol. They are not able to recall the uses. So we have our tricks, we have our mnemonics, that is a thappad. What are the uses of propranolol? You just remember the thappad. T, thyrotoxicosis. H, hypertension. A, angina pectoris. P, pheochromocytoma. P, prophylaxis of migraine. A, arrhythmia, or you can say that anxiety. And last is a D, digitalis toxicity. So you can remember thappad. T, thyrotoxicosis. H, hypertension. A, angina pectoris. P, pheochromocytoma. Again, A, arrhythmia or anxiety. And D, that is the digitalis toxicity. So dear student, if you will go by this way, thappad, so you know you don't have any problem to mug up the uses.
Yeah, hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, sir. So as we are running out of time, we just have 5 minutes with us. So I would like to tell the students about the as you have already shared about the tricks and the techniques. Here we would like to launch this kind of training. So here students target GPAT NIPER 2021. Sir is already having experience, so whatever points he have discussed all will be covered in our sessions. Okay, so here we have the most successful training of the GPAT and NIPER, and you can join us today only because we have only limited batch of 50 students. And as well as the fees is also very less. There are no many institutions who are having the online trainings. Okay, so grab the opportunity, join us. We will start the sessions from the 11th October, and from 11th October, from the first session, you would notice the difference between our trainings. Like the sir said, the small tricks of a thappad short name, like these there are 1,000 tricks we have. Okay, so just grab the opportunity. We have already given you a form. Okay, so just get that form filled and contact us for the inquiry how you can do the payment and all that we will share you on the mobile. So as there is a pandemic situation, we cannot carry out the live sessions. But before this corona situation, we were carrying out many live sessions. From 15 years, our sir is carrying out this kind of sessions, and there are so many students who are in a air 100. Okay, so here we will like to get your comments in a group. If you have any doubt, as we have a short of time, you just give your all queries, books, everything, whatever query you have, just get that query resolved on the group. Okay, So thank you very much, and call us for the inquiries. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, students, and all the best.
Ma'am, we have 5 more minutes we have. So should I continue that? If student
Yes,
want,
yes. I think we
we
have only.
end the meeting here.
I think we have only 2 minutes, sir. You can continue, no problem, sir.
We have only 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
Okay,
can continue.
okay. I'm not sharing the screen now. So, dear student, this was just trailer. What I told you, that is a thapad. Dear student, in this way we have a number of techniques like Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. That is a DDLJ. This DDLJ is nothing but that is a what is the side effect of amphetamine? So amphetamine side effect is a DDLJ. You just remember Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. D drowsiness, D diarrhea, L letharginess, and D J that is a jerkiness. Right. So next trick. How will you remember the antipsychotic? How will you remember the antipsychotic?